Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy, and today we're going to be looking at the Toyota Tundra TRD PRO. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Toyota here in Murray for giving me some time with this Tundra. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. Also include a link to my car buying guide. I do want to mention that my voice is very weak, so you guys probably have to crank up the volume a little bit, and I'm also probably going to be out of breath the entire video, but it is what it is. Let's get into it. Now, the only engine option available for the Toyota Tundra TRD PRO is a twin-turbo 3.4 liter hybrid V6. Goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 22 on the highway. Power outputs are 437 horsepower and then 583 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, this is the new mud bath color, which it's browner compared to Terra. Terra had more of like a red hue to it. Of course, you've got TRD PRO here off to the side. And then the loaded up Tundras come with a cool sequential turn signal. Now this is in fact from the factory. It's a new red letter kit that you can get, which kind of fun. TRD there, the marker lights. And then we do have fog lights down below. Also have the camo print at the very bottom as well. And then notice how the grill and everything's kind of like darker. Also have the light bar below the Toyota logo. Pretty cool. Now our tire wheel setup is 285 by 65 by 18 in the front and over in the rear. And taking a look at the tire and wheel setup, you can see with the wheels completely blacked out, they are BBS4, just kind of what they do with the TRD PROs. And pretty aggressive tires. Now you actually can fit bigger tires stock. As you can see, there's a little bit of space, so 285, 65, 18, that's like, that's kind of a 33? I mean, the width is there, but it's just the height's not as much. I bet you could probably go to a 70 rating, maybe even a 75, maybe. That'd be like a 34. That'd probably be pushing it, though. Don't quote me on that, guys. Anyways, you can see the TRD Tune suspension, and you got Fox shocks with this, and it's cool to see all the red underneath. It's fun. Camo print, you can see another marker light. This is wide enough, just like a Raptor, to necessitate it, by the way. But yeah, camo all over. They aren't getting rid of that. We do have the side steps. They also have like the kind of like rock grill function. Pretty cool. You can see blacked out the mirror cap, also with the pillar. Same thing with the door handles here. And then here's the rear suspension. Again, Fox shock there in the back on both sides, by the way. Solid rear axle as well. Here's your side profile with the Toyota Tundra TRD PRO, and you guys can see what I'm talking about with the wheels and tires, where it looks like you could definitely fit a little bit more tire underneath this truck. Now this leads us to the key fob, where we have our lock and unlock. We got the opening for the tailgate. We'll hold that down. Toyota logo as well, pretty normal stuff. They don't have like a TRD PRO logo on the key fob, which I find interesting, because like on the Land Cruisers they'll put Land Cruiser logo. Anyways, you can see here with the lights there in the bed, we've got an outlet here as well, and it looks like, yeah, this one's got the liner on the composite so that it's actually sticky, so the stuff doesn't slide all over, which is always a nice thing. And then with the new 25s, if you don't know this, some of them will have the, did I not lift? There we go. Yeah, auto raise function if they're fancy and loaded up like this. You can see the triple taillights. Nice little iForce Max badge there, and then giant TRD PRO lettering all blacked out too. And this one does have the kick step. Notice there's more camo print there as well. And then taking a few steps back. Yeah, pretty cool looking truck. I'm not sure I like the mud bath as much as the other, like Solar Octane, let's see. Solar Octane, Terra, mud bath. I don't know. I think Terra probably, but let me know which one you like the most. Popping inside, we've got this nice stitching that goes across up top as well. And then here are the seats. And you got that cool camo print. Kind of move this off to the side a little bit, so you can see that. Being a hybrid, you lose the under-seat storage. That's one downside. I do like the tread mark there with the mat. I think that's pretty cool. You do have storage here on the seat itself. And then we've got some cup holders. You can see down below with the USB ports and all of that. Now, the Tundras are not, some people misunderstood me last time, as spacious as the American trucks. The American trucks have a little bit more legroom, And then headroom though is pretty similar, but it's still a very spacious cabin overall. And then this leads us up front, where you can see again with the nice stitching and padding all throughout. Got all of our window controls here, by the way. The mirrors do power fold in. We also have memory seats. The mirrors have blind spot monitoring. Payload capacity with this truck is 1,380 pounds. TRD Pro there on the seat itself. Again, more camo. Power adjustments. Pedals are pretty cool looking. That's for the light bar right there. Got all of our focus on it. Holy guacamole. There we go. Heated steering wheel. We've got that for the gas cap release as well. And then there is some soft touch trim here. Now here's a look at the steering wheel. You can see nice perforated trim all around. Got the marker there at the top. TRD here at the bottom. Bunch of practical controls in the front, including our adaptive cruise control with our lane departure, volume, voice command control set up as well. And then traditional stocks. Toyota keeps things simple with that. Now we do have this digital gauge cluster here in the center, which will allow you to scroll through and see different bits of info like, hey, we need some gas. Who would have thought? And these are the on-road drive modes. You also have multi-terrain select for off-road drive modes. I'll show you guys the button setup in a little bit on that. Now the TRD Pro has this fancy 360 camera system, which is also cool because you can do like the off-road lines. Helps out quite a bit when you are off-road. The only thing that I think is a downside about Toyota's camera system off-road is it turns off at very low speeds, in my experience, when I've used it. So that is one slight downside. Now, as for the infotainment system, it's quick. So that's also a nice feature, and it's a huge screen. It's like plopped onto the dash. We've got our climate controls down below. Heated and ventilated seats with this little USB port, like the little volume control knob there. Trailer brake controls integrated from the factory. You guys probably saw the red button earlier for the engine. Trailer backup. We've got for the camera system, stability, hazard lights. It does have a rear locking differential selectable as well. And then for the tailgate drop down and raise feature. Just your parking brake and auto hold there. Shifter here for the 10-speed. Does have a manual mode in Taurus TRD. We've got a wireless phone charging pad there as well. Some cup holders. And then here's a lot of our off-road stuff. So you can see 2-speed transfer case with this. And then it's in traditional drive mode select, but you also have your tow haul mode. And then that's where your multi-terrain select is, so you just click the button, twist the dial to activate. Same thing with crawl control, to select the speed. And then, more storage up top. Nice stitching here. Got the pass-through window too. Oh, this one's got the lockbox. It's always a nice feature. And then, nice trim here on the dash. You got the chunky Toyota logo there as well. Big glove box. And then we have a camera rear view mirror. This one's got a panoramic sunroof. And then the whole window in the back in the Tundra goes down. Which, I don't know, I think that's always been a nice feature. So here's our window sticker for this. Again, mud bath is the color. And then most everything is standard equipment. We do have some options though. So there's your base MSRP. Now, you can see that, where was it? Yeah, the red, $285. And then the bedliner, it's actually no, it's not. The Predator steps are the most expensive option. But after those options and destination's almost $2,000 nowadays. $77,595. So this is barely less expensive than the starting price of a Raptor. But that's a fully loaded TRD Pro, right? There's no other options you can add to this. Yeah, this one has. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. I've already done driving stuff on this, so if you just want to see the TRD Pro in action in terms of how it drives, just type in Ben Hardy Toyota Tundra TRD Pro and that'll pop up. We aren't going to be doing any impressions with this particular truck today, but I thought you guys would want to at least see one in the new color, and then also with the stuff that they're doing, like the badging, because I haven't seen that before. Kind of, I mean, I don't mean this to be offensive, but it kind of reminds me of like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, but like truck form. I mean, you can imagine, even like the color, it kind of looks like reindeer pelt. I'm just going to end the video. We'll see you.